we'll see what will happen in the future, but the staying in UK in this moment helped me quite a lot, especially to get more confidence in my English. I feel quite independent. I don't have to live with my parents as well, which means kind of plus for my life as well for the future. I think you need to sometimes just try new things, and in the beginning it might be quite hard, but at the end you realize it was just good for you, which means you can just move on.
The second kind of wave of migrants from the same place this would be, they tend to be people that maybe have got some experience in industry. So they've become part of the industrial economy, but they know that there are jobs and opportunities for people with their skills in America or somewhere else, and the pay is better.
I think a lot of foreign people come here to work, which is a lot of the time it's because they come over to work, not to earn money, but they give so much economically to Britain. And I don't think that people should feel, oh, well, you're just coming here to earn money for you. I think you should look at the bigger picture. My dad has always worked in sort of telecommunications. So he moved over here to take the job to basically sell the concept of predictive text to a company called Motorola. So for us, it was taking this thing would, make a lot of money and to, be very successful and to make a good life for his family. He was very, very successful in everything that he did. We've always had everything, and it was very, very good. And even though we would have still had the same kind of things in Denmark, it was an opportunity that he couldn't say no to. It was really, really hard to actually come over here and to be thrown into the English school system. My mum was fighting very hard for me to have an English-Danish dictionary in my exams because she felt, how can she do this when she doesn't even know the language? People always thought, oh, you've come over here to earn money, you come from a poor country, and most people didn't even know where Denmark was. The only thing I miss about Denmark now is obviously I've got all my family over there still. My mum and my dad and my two sisters are over here in England, but all my other family are in Denmark. So I do try to go back twice a year, but I could never live there again because it's two different worlds. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of where I come from. And I'm also, if I have children, I want my children to know that they are half Danish. I think anyone who's lived in another country, they're proud of their country. Denmark's all about free speech and being very open, and I like that I like that part of Denmark, whereas English people, sometimes can be a bit closed. I think it's part of a journey. I've been very lucky to find a husband who really enjoys traveling and stuff as well. So I think I've lived here for 10 years, but if we decided to move somewhere else, I would be quite happy to do that. And I would do that to my children as well, because I do feel that I've learnt so much from this experience. I love being bilingual and I feel I'm more mature because I've moved and because I've lived in two different countries.
Outside of that, you also get people for going for reasons such as religious persecution. So some people would be leaving because, East European Jews, for example, they would be leaving because they're being persecuted in Russia and Eastern Europe. You will also get people that may go because they've experienced political persecution. In Germany, for example, after the 1848 revolution, there's some migration from Germany as a result of political oppression, and you would also get people leaving because of famines that occur. But those reasons, the numbers of people leaving as a result of those, they're not as large in terms of, or as significant in terms of when we compare with just general economic opportunity, people displaced by modernisation and seeking opportunities in industry.
I live in Watford with my family, and they are the closest thing I have to Togo. It's been 7 years now, and I haven't gone back until this January. Going back for the 3 weeks just made me see so much more, because obviously I'm older, I'm an adult now, and I could just see so much more. And to be honest, I just don't fit in anymore. Like, it's so different. The weather was too hot, the people were different, the way the country functions, the structure, everything was completely different. There was so much restriction. I couldn't do what everyone else was doing, and I just couldn't be a young person, I guess. I had to stay quiet. When they were back in Togo, my dad was almost involved in that whole political, how there's dictatorship and such. And my granddad was the mayor of the city, and he had his house burned down when there was really political issues. And my uncle almost got killed. My uncle got almost killed. My granddad got almost killed in this as well. And all of that because they were the people that were fighting for the change in this country. People are just terrible. It hurts me bad. To the point where my dad even refuses to come back.
Quand on est en train de faire ici, avec l'autorisation de M. Nyakou, voilà, M. Kouro qui avait fait cet établissement, il était dans cette classe.
Dans ce banc.
C'est le troisième banc.
Ouais.
Le troisième banc, voilà. Il y a quelques années de cela. Donc il est en Europe, il continue ses études là-bas.
It's upsetting sometimes because people can't understand you as you wish they can, and then people act as if sometimes you're nothing, or I won't say on the same level, because I know I've gone through so much hardship getting here, and yet still I have to pretend I'm I like it sometimes when people tell me, oh my, I thought you were born here, or I thought your English is pretty good, and I like it, but then I'm thinking, you don't know what I've been through all those past years to get here and still try and fit in. And and sometimes things happen to you where no one can understand, and no one will be able to understand you because they've never gone through anything similar as you. So most of the time I still have to remain quiet. I still have to put that cage, like that barrier in front of myself and other people and be like, right, there's my space, there's your space. We can never ever breach it and stuff. So yeah, it's always gonna be like that. I mean, it's never gonna change, is it?
Wherever you're looking at, whichever period you're looking at, whichever city or town you're looking at along the south coast, you're always going to find there's in-migration and there's out-migration, and there are going to be peaks and troughs, but it's never going to stop, it's never going to end. And it will go right back to the beginning, and it will carry on into the future.
Le plus dur fut l'annoncer à mon entourage. Mes parents m'ont encouragé, mais ça a été difficile pour ma mère. Certaines personnes m'ont beaucoup critiqué, ma grand-mère par exemple, qui pensait que c'était une honte d'abandonner mes études en cours de route. Mon prof d'espagnol m'a même fait comprendre que je n'arriverais pas à suivre les cours en Angleterre, que c'était un autre niveau.